Live?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe so. Yo, what it do?
Yeah.
Welcome back to another episode with Lifestyle After Five. We live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook right now. I just sent out a link to my cousin Terrence. If you show up, what's up? If you don't, thanks for watching.
You know,
So
so
before we get started, and I pass it off to the host, I just want to say thanks for
Oh,
everybody that's been
hosts.
watching. Appreciate all of you. Appreciate it for real. We've been putting a lot of work into the show these past few months, and it's been showing. So we just want to thank everybody. Also, please visit our website, aliafter5.com, where you can watch all of our past episodes and content that isn't actually on any of our YouTubes there as well. Our t-shirts and our hoodies are on the website as well with the new Lifestyle After Five logo. So you can check those out. They'll pretty much be on sale forever.
they
Uh,
fire.
yeah. And
They
this is
are. My hoodie is like my favorite thing right now. It is so fucking cozy.
I don't know right now.
I'm glad y'all love it. I'm glad I'm getting a
Tell,
lot of
tell,
good
tell them
feedback.
about our radio success.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So our tonight after this episode, the radio for this week will be at 9 o'clock tonight, Eastern Standard Time. We want to thank all the people who have been listening. We racked up about 1,375 listeners in the past. So I'm thinking this started like a few months ago, but it's only been a real month since we started this show. And this many listeners have joined us on that journey. So we want to thank everybody that's been listening, watching. We appreciate the love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So wait till we get old. All you old podcasters, get ready because we coming.
Yeah, we taking over. So I'm gonna pass it off to the host. I'm in the corner. I will be checking for comments. So if y'all have any questions, please ask them in the chats on Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube. I will be moderating and checking that. So
Alive and
without further ado, Ali, Emred, Vanna, y'all got it.
yo,
What up? What up?
what's up, family?
How's everyone doing today?
Uh, I'm great, honestly. I'm
I'm
having
about
a
to sit in the waiting room to get in. Tell Shoe to check the waiting room.
yeah.
It's a long day, long Wednesday.
Mm,
So we
mm,
were kind of joking. We were getting like, I mean, now everybody sound tired. We were getting it in before we actually went live. Where all that
right,
energy
right,
at?
right. Where the energy go?
Sorry, I was posting the link to the live in my Discord. I got a pretty active group of friends on there.
Yeah, let's get
So
right.
before we get going good, let's start off with the holidays. Today, December 13th, is the National Guard birthday. Thank you all for your service and those who served. It's National Violin Day, National Cocoa Day. So get that hot chocolate.
That's one of my favorites.
National Day of the Horse. So you can get that horse on.
Wait,
Jump on
Equestrians,
it.
Ali.
Let's do it.
Equestrians.
Ride it, my pony.
On it.
Yeah,
wow,
gotta get
baby.
in.
My
Shout out,
saddle.
shout out for that skills. It's also Pickle Pack Pathologist Day. So if you getting blood drawn, you got to pick you a nice pathologist. I didn't know they had a day. National Ice Cream Day, Hanukkah. Shout out to Hanukkah, the Hanukkans, and a Blue Christmas.
Is that considered a Nipsey Hustle Christmas,
Yeah.
Oh, Blue Christmas.
or is it a sad Christmas? Which one is?
Probably a sad Christmas. You know the Blue Christmas song?
Yeah, but I'm always happy around Christmas time for some reason. So I don't never want to experience the blue
That's for the sad people, for the emos.
Christmas.
I think I we got Sherry coming. I think I sent her the wrong link, so I'm sending her the right link to get in so we can turn up. I got some
Yeah,
things
I
I
didn't
want to
see
ask. I
nobody
know the
in the chat.
holiday. I know the holidays is coming up, so I got questions. You know how I do,
Let's turn up.
especially on dating. When is the right time to? Let's just say you just met somebody now. Is it appropriate not to get them a gift, or should you
I
get them a gift?
I think like with anything with dating, that's like subjective to like the two people in the relationships. Like there are some friends that like they've been friends for 9 years and they have never gotten each other a Christmas gift. That's just how they go. there's people like my dad who thinks Christmas is a complete sham and never wants a gift.
I
And
agree.
then there's like, if you know enough about that person, it could be a great way to show that you care about them. Or it could be something that's really high pressured of where like, oh, suddenly they don't have a gift and they feel bad and feel guilty. So I think it's just something you gotta like vibe out with the situation. For example, if the person you just met and are crushing on is like a super shy, reserved kind of person, a huge gesture and a huge gift would make them really like confused and like off put and then guilty even because they don't have something to give in return. But something small that still shows that you care, that might be something cool.
Man, if we
I
30
just
minutes,
met you within this month. I'm not getting your shit.
we
Why
can
is my camera
I don't
blue?
know.
we can
I
get a
say that.
my
Hi,
What do
guys.
you say? Hi, Sherry. How you doing?
Hi. I'm doing well.
Oh my god, you're so fucking pretty.
Hum.
You're so pretty.
Oh, thank you.
You
Thank
were
you.
so beautiful. Oh my
Thank you.
god.
Hey, shoot, Dunn said the link not working.
Voss Monster. Okay, hold on.
He said his link.
Sherry, to bring you up to speed, I had asked a question. So we're in the month of December.
Yeah.
If you meet someone in the month of December, do you feel you should have to buy them a Christmas gift?
You mean, wow, that's a tough one. I don't think I will feel obligated to. I don't
Women
think so.
never feel obligated to.
I
So I
don't
guess
think
this is
so.
more of a question for me and MD Red. What do you say about that, MD Red? Women feel
Uh,
you should be obligated to buy them a gift, but they never, even when you do buy them a gift, as a man, if you met her, hell, it ain't even got to be in December. You could have met her in June. She expect a gift, but that don't necessarily mean she buying you one.
that's
You getting a thank you and a hug.
yeah. Oh, you so sweet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's so nice
I'm
of
taking my gift back.
you.
Might not
That's
be
a
that
good.
night, but you're gonna wake
But
up
look,
and be missing.
you right. You gonna get you so sweet, but Tyrone that didn't get her nothing, she'll be at his house later.
Not Tyrone.
Oh, might be
That's
right.
the way it goes. Nice
Oh
guys finish last.
my God, we on tune tonight, bro. That's
Oh
twice
yeah.
I said the same thing at the same time. What's up?
Y'all on the
And then
same frequency.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
that's what we're all on the same frequency. We've been doing this, I guess, for a while now. So now we kind of
Yeah.
in tune with each other. But then too, how do you feel if a woman invites you to dinner but expect you to pick up the check?
Now, you invited me.
Ladies.
No, so like that's one thing. Like I will never suggest something if I cannot be the one to pay for it.
Yeah.
Because that is just, first of all, that's gaslighting on the woman's end to just like, oh,
I
let's
like
go do
that
this
term
big
gaslighting.
expensive thing and
It ain't
fully
even got to
expect
be
someone else to.
expensive. It's just
I know.
one of them things.
No,
If
but
you
it
say,
often is like, oh, let's go to Red Lobster and order all this shit, and then when the check comes up, she's just like, go on.
Something wrong with your face? Like, hey,
or
look
do
at
you want me? Do you want me to pay?
No, I personally will not initiate an event if I do not have the means to pay for myself or the party. That's just
Same
me
here.
personally. Like,
Yeah.
okay, we can go on a hike, we can go watch some anime, we can draw together, but like we could go take a drive. I personally love driving around where I live in Clemson because there's so many different areas because it's a college town. There's so many different types of houses. There's the downtowns, there's the city part, which sucks. But like I enjoy driving around. So like just driving, listening to music and vibing with someone is a great time for me. So like you don't have to go somewhere where you have to pay to go on a date. But I'm a weird person that likes to spend time in the woods. So that might just be me.
And there's some woman that's saying that's just what a real man would do. And then there's some so-called real man that want to kiss her ass and saying, yeah, man, there's a real man. I'm gonna pick up the check and do all that. Drop a bum on all them fake real men out there.
Got the
That's some
same
that's some
personality.
toxic ass shit. Like, do you know how long I had to fight my dad to pump my own gas? I am 23 years old, and if I am in the car with my dad and I have to go get gas, he will not let me do it myself. And that is so stupid.
I
I
mean,
get it. You're his little
yeah,
sweetheart, and he's trying to
Yeah,
change you right. And when
yeah.
you love a woman, don't get me wrong, it's nothing wrong with chivalry and getting to know her. But I
exactly.
just find it funny how like the good guys, the society has come to expect this now. But meanwhile, like I was listening to the Dave Ramsey show, and on the way home, and this girl, she was young, she was about your age, Vanna. She's calling in because she's trying to work. She's been, her parents kicked her out at 17, so she's been sleeping on couches and just anywhere she can up into her 20s. So right now, she has a boyfriend that doesn't work. She claimed that he's going to be a fireman and then he's waiting to get into the fireman academy, but he ain't worked in 8 months. And he has a 1-year-old that she's trying to babysit on top of working. That's not even hers.
Drop the bomb.
And oh yeah.
And then drop his ass. Because
Oh,
you don't need that, honey. You don't
no,
need
no,
that.
no, no. She loves this guy. So she's on the Dave Ramsey show trying to figure out how she can get an apartment so him and his daughter can move into it. And so of course Dave Ramsey started off like, well, you need to get you. She works a 9 to 5. Shout out to that 9 to 5 plug there. And he's like, well, what are you gonna do after 5? That's when I wanted to call in. But he was telling her, you need to work at McDonald's and or do what you can do, find some type of work to help pay your bills off to get your money together
Mhm.
because you're broke and you need to get your place to stay. And then that's when she begins to tell him about the boyfriend that needs to move in there. And she's like, I do for him. And then his mother does the rest. And they was like, no, stop, darling. I can't help you. You need to get rid of him. You don't have a father or big brother or whatever, we him. Get rid of him. It's not going to work. He ain't worked in eight
Exactly.
months. He's never going to the fireman's
Right.
academy. He's going to drain you. And like I said, you're going to be one of the ones that call me when you 25, 4 5 years later,
Mhm.
in debt because he didn't wasn't paying bills, trying to take care of him, lost the apartment, in debt. But I say all this to make the point bums, it seems like women will go to the end of the earth for somebody that does nothing. A straight up bum.
We accept the love we think we deserve. That is what I will say.
Mm.
If our love has always been conditional, the love we have received has always been conditional and it has been taken from us because if her parents kicked her out at 17, gotta say, probably was not a healthy relationship with them
Yeah.
growing up. She
Right.
was always taught that men and women had a certain role. Her role as a woman is to be a caretaker, but with today's society, you also have to help be a provider. His role is apparently to be a deadbeat piece of shit and just a seed donor because he has a kid and no one attached to
Taking
it.
care of that kid, but I will give him that. I mean, he had the kid in his possession, so because she had to help take care of it. But then that's when they asked the question, well, hell, he got a daughter he's not taking care of. And why are you babysitting if he not working and you working?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially
he's
baby
probably
man.
just at home playing his PS5. He's not taking care of his kid. There are work from home jobs that he could do if he is
Yep.
so adverse to going outside. He's just lazy. And sadly, people will stay in those relationships because they think that that's all they can get
Yeah.
because they have no self-confidence because no one taught them to value themselves.
Yeah.
Good game.
Yeah. Or is that toxic dick? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. We
What you
see you,
call
Period.
Asha.
Toxic what?
Shout out to Asha. Join on in. Hit shoe up and get the link.
Awesome.
Yes, Asha, you
Asha.
got to
Yeah,
come meet
Asha, where
Miss
you at?
Sherry.
You got young Terrence in here now. Your mic muted,
Oh,
young
but
sir.
do men have to be taught to value themselves?
I
Yep.
would say
Or
so,
is it
yes.
inherited?
Yeah,
Or is it
I think so.
inherited?
No,
Mm.
men have to be taught to value themselves in a different way. Men have to be taught to value and validate their emotions because society does not tell them to do so. I have two older brothers, and both of them have emotional issues
Mhm.
on a very wide scale. My oldest brother has a lot of abandonment and image issues because he's the oldest. His father left at a very young age, and he was raised partly by my dad, his stepfather. And there was always that rift and that distance between them because I'm obviously the one on the out. That was his thought. Then there was my middle brother. He's the one in the military that's actually coming to visit for Christmas, thank the gods. His mother left him at a very young age, and my mom actually like picked him up in the huddle house. That's actually where they she met my dad. And so he has a lot of abandonment issues because of that, because she also liked to guilt trip him later on in his life. Like he has recently found out he has two additional siblings that he didn't know about. So that's like four siblings that he didn't know about. And so growing up, they had so much tension between them. And then there was me, the only child of our parents' marriage. And everyone looked to me like I had it perfect because I was the only girl and I was the baby. I absolutely did not have it perfect, but they still saw it that way. And I would remember so much how they would just get so angry because they did not know how to express their emotions. And that's like nothing on my mom. She did her best to raise three kids within a 3 year age range. She did amazing.
I
But because of their own emotional
don't
wounds, they had a very hard time expressing that. Brandon is doing a lot better with it, and I believe Devin is too. But men are not taught to value their emotions. Men are not taught that their emotions are important because it's always like if you cry, you're a pussy. And if you're happy or you're sad, they're just taught to work, be the provider, be the nose to the grindstone, ambitious, that very much the divine masculine energy of it. And they're not taught to get in touch with their divine feminine energy, which is their emotions, their caring and nurturing energy. And people
I
think that
wasn't taught that at all.
it,
Well,
none
growing
of
up,
that.
people say, "Yeah, I wasn't growing up getting many hugs." They say you give church hugs. For my young adult life, I'm like, because I don't know how to hug. It wasn't like I walked around getting hugs and shit at home and kisses and everything. If you cry, you're a bitch.
Get your punk ass
So
down.
I honestly didn't know. But what I was talking about with men, I get it. Some men, I had my issues. Men have issues, but I don't see a man that get out of a relationship to say, you know what, she hurt me, so I'm just gonna cut one side of my damn head. I'm gonna go get my hair cut and just cut my hair by. I'm just gonna shave half my damn beard off because I've been hurt in this relationship. Some things like women do.
We
Women
throw,
are
we
just
throw that shit in.
get out of a relationship and I'm just gonna cut my hair off. Like I'm gonna spike my hair red or whatever. Just do something crazy that's self mutilating.
I
And
think
I
that
just don't see men doing that.
they don't know where to put their energy, bro. So this gotta do something crazy. Man, we hold that shit in. We just ball it up and swallow it.
Yeah. Or
you're muted,
either
Miss
that or
Sherry.
get
We
fired.
can't hear you.
Pause.
Yeah, it's not healthy.
Yeah, pause.
No,
I know
I
it comes
mean,
out. It comes out in the
hey,
wrong time, in the wrong place later on.
I'm just saying, like that one girl in California that she's in jail now, that was in a bad relationship that killed I don't know how many people, but she didn't die. She just ran her damn car through an intersection. Just got in the damn car and just hit the gas and shot through an intersection because she was upset.
The nurse, that nurse.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She was a nurse. Yeah, she was a professional at that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like what the
over a
hell?
relationship. Over a relationship. Yeah.
I mean, I'm invested, but if you gorgeous, all right, I'll holler. Shit.
Exactly. We'll find somebody. I cry in the car, like they say in Friday.
Yeah,
I'm gonna cry when I get in the car. I'm gonna be like, "Go on, get your ass on.
you
You'll
ain't
be
gonna
all
see
right."
me cry.
I get in the car, I shed a tear too when I get in the car. Then I put on some rap music, some Tupac or whatever,
Nah,
some
do
Key
what you
Sweat.
gotta do.
Yeah, Key Sweat. Do what I gotta do
Yep.
and break her heart. Actually, that's Ralph Tresvant.
Yeah. Especially rap president. But like I said, men holding in. I know I do. I hold all my emotions in. I don't let them out. And then
Some I let in, and then some I let loose on.
I never
Yeah.
know
I
when
mean,
to come out.
Finding a healthy way to release your emotions is so important because like when you see emotions as energies, which is what they is, that's what they is. Great work, brain.
Hey, where you been? You been hanging out in the ghetto?
That's how we talk.
I grew up in the South. Fuck you, man. Emotions is literally energy in motion. And when you see it like that, you understand how much value and power they have. Because that's another reason why they say never cast out of emotion
Yeah.
because you're in such a high energetic state. You could say something and put power into something that is going to come back on you later because you put the wrong kind of power into it. So finding good ways to get your emotions out is so important. I personally have a bomb ass playlist on Spotify and I got a song for every single emotion. I have my sketchbooks. I can't tell you how many pages in my sketchbook and on the art tablet are just someone being crawling out of muck and grime. And that's what I've drawn when I was anxious, when I was sad. And it's always myself pulling myself out of that. I'm validating the emotions that I'm feeling, but I'm not lingering in it. And those are the two extremes that people go on. They either don't feel their emotions because society says that's not a pretty emotion and you don't need to focus on that, or they stay too much in it and they start drowning in it. And there's no balance between that.
I mean, but a good fist fight work too.
quit being handle their emotions. Somebody get their ass whooped.
Fuck your shit.
Acting out emotions will cost you every time.
Or you take a ass,
Well,
or
they
you
go
take a ass whooping.
Yeah. So
You ever watch that show Cheetahs?
Peace, beloveds.
yeah.
Hey, what's going on, Asha? Welcome in. You ever watch that show Cheetahs? I felt bad for this one guy. He caught his girl cheating in the car. My man was knocking that shit out in the car. He walked up to the car, got his heart broken, and then he tried to fight my man, and then got his ass whooped. My man knocked him out cold.
I used to
And
watch
then,
that. That's on Tubi. Just to let
and
everybody
look,
know, it's on
and look,
Tubi.
now he part of the commercial when it come on. Get knocked out.
This is what you don't
That's
do.
not what you want to
Poor
be
fellow.
famous for.
He's like, she tried to come back, but after that ass, man, she broke my heart and I got my ass whooped. It's over.
No, you can't come back. I
He's
got
like, I gotta protect myself and think
Yeah.
about that.
physically and mentally.
But then I pose another question to women. Well, actually, let me make a statement. Women, don't put your man in danger. Don't hype him up to take a ass whooping. You know, I see
Right.
a lot of women, but I don't say a lot of women, but I've seen some women that have created shit that didn't have to be between men by encouraging and hyping shit up.
That's
That's what
why
we
we're
call a
so
drama
powerful as
hoe.
women. Our mouths. That's why we're so powerful as women. Our power comes from our mouth.
Yeah, that
We're
throat
supposed to be
chakra.
the wisdom. We're supposed to be we are the chaotic energy. We are the dark chaotic energy, and we're supposed to be the wisdom.
Yep, that
We don't
Lilith
be acting too
energy.
wise.
Look,
Yeah.
look at that lady. What was that at Chicago when they were in that restaurant? And
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
somebody need to be on pause. I got some feedback. Hey, Terrence,
Peace
put something
out.
on pause. I mean, not pause, mute. There we go. Mute. There we.
That poor
So
baby.
that situation in Chicago where the lady was in the restaurant arguing with the dude.
Mm.
First of all, people are crazy. Men or women, you shouldn't be arguing with nobody if you can help it, let it go. You know,
Yeah.
I used to be the main component of let's argue, let's do all that, let it go. People got
You know you
guns,
did,
they're
Aries.
crazy. I mean, no, I'm a lot better than what I used to be. But yeah, I let it go now. If I can, I'm gonna let it go. Now I ain't gonna take too much disrespect, but at that point, we live, so I ain't gonna talk.
Argue with me.
But
Do
Well, I
no
think we
harm,
have to
but take no
normalize
offense.
respect in relationships. Like we got to normalize that.
But the thing
Everybody got to
is,
stop being
it's true.
disrespectful.
But the thing is, she's arguing with this dude. And then what I later found out was his girlfriend was in there hyping him up to fight her. She didn't put no wisdom in his girlfriend was there because I think they should charge her too. She was there telling him you need to beat her ass and everything, hyping it up.
Oh, wow.
Wait. She was telling her boyfriend to beat up another woman? No, handle that shit you damn self. If you're gonna start shit, if you're gonna stir the shit pot, you're gonna lick the spoon. Nah.
Don't go.
Leave her alone.
We're gonna come back to that. Banner's been on one. Y'all before we're gonna come back to that.
I've had a fucking week.
But no, then she almost got her son into some shit that he couldn't get out of when she texted him to come in there and shot the dude. Her son could have been in jail for the rest of his life. But all this could have been avoided if you just would have got your shit. Look what all he's saying and left. Just leave. I mean, but no, I got to prove that I'm bad. And I got to show them. And arguing with a man does not make a man respect you.
Nope.
No, I love to tell women, don't you know we can get more from a man by being gentle, and soft, demure. People don't know what that means anymore.
Make them milk.
Gonna have to Google that.
Argue with me, just how you gonna hear.
What'd you say?
I don't like to argue. So I do this.
No, exactly.
Well,
He ain't saying shit.
Look, when I created peace in my life, I demand peace in my life in all aspects of, in every aspect of my life, in every relationship, business, platonic, or romantic partnerships.
Yeah.
1 + 1 is 5 with me. You got it. I'm not gonna argue with you. That's one thing that I'm not finna, especially if I know that I'm not like in the wrong. I don't invalidate your feelings because how you feel is how you feel. But one thing I'm not going to do is argue with you. That's why I require anybody in my life to be able to take, accountability for their shit. You got to be able to recognize your own emotions because, bro, you're not going to keep using me as an emotional punching bag. Like, it's about who we choose to be in our lives, too.
And women, stop beating up on the men. Men don't want to fight.
Oh, my God.
When you should never hit a woman, but they didn't say we couldn't tase her ass.
And look, and people may not agree with me on this, and I really don't give a shit because y'all know I don't give a shit. But when you hit a man, then you done stepped out of your place as a woman. That's the way I feel. You know what I'm saying? So this man is physically stronger than you. You know that. So you just testing him like that's not fair. That's like poking the bear. So when he knock your ass out, I'm just gonna be like this. I don't know what to tell you.
Can't put your hands on your woman, like I say, but you can put that taser. Get back, goddammit. Hit me again.
Oh, 9/11.
She'll get up when she wake up and think about that thing. We can go another round. I give your ass another 1,200 votes. 12,000 votes. Hit me again.
Not when she wake up.
Not promoting violence. Not promoting.
I ain't touch her. I ain't hit her. I was just defending myself. Police do it all the time.
No, I think y'all should have the right to do that.
I don't know where it's going. I can't stop it. Once it starts, it's over. I rage.
Right.
I'm gonna rage out, and I don't know. I'm gonna come back to life, and you might be hurt.
I mean, y'all are only human. They expect y'all to be able to manage your emotions. Why is the man the only one who has to manage their emotions? Manage yours. Stop calling him bitches. One, if you know he don't like that, stop calling him that. You poking the bear. Like you don't want me to sit here and call you a bitch. Don't call him a bitch. You know what I'm saying? You just treat people as you want to be treated. Like really do that shit. Really take that shit in. And then you wouldn't do all these things.
No hitting, period. Man or woman. Do not touch it. Use your words. Talk it out.
I'm talking about males and women and females. I don't want to argue with none of y'all because, like I said, I don't know.
Arguing with a fool will only prove that there are two.
Exactly, Vanna. Exactly. And I always say in relationships, in any relationships, it doesn't have to be arguing. We are so skewed on what a healthy relationship looks like because nobody knows
No
what
one
they
has
look
a
like.
fucking healthy
Do you know what I'm
relationship.
saying? But you do not have to argue. You can have discussions. I'm not saying y'all going to agree on everything, but
You're not gonna
if you have respect for each other, they're not arguments at that point. Like if you're mad, then you're mad. That's not that other person that's getting you mad. Those are your emotions. Go figure that shit out while you mad and not take it out on the other person. That's how they become discussions and keep them from being arguments.
I'm just thinking, like in a relationship, you just gotta compromise.
Yeah, and like know when to walk away
Right.
because like
Yeah, it
some
ain't argument, so you can have it.
like one thing I've noticed about myself is like when I get in a high energy focused state, like I will steamroll anything and anyone around me because I am so focused on what I need to do. So like if I am up there in my anger, because I used to be a very angry person. That was what I ran on in school was spite and sprite. That was it. And I understand now how powerful that is and the impact that I had not only on myself, but the people around me. Because every person that you touch with your energy just around you, it's a chain reaction because they're everyone is empathic. Some are just more so inclined to feeling others' energy as their own. But like when you walk into a place and like the air is just dense, that's because of all the heavy negative energy in there. And for some people, they like immediately need to back out. Some people need to leave. And so what I'd say is know your limits, know when you need to walk away from someone else and a situation just like, you know what? This discussion's not getting us anywhere right now. I'm going to go take a walk. I'm going to go take a drive. I'm going to go spend some time in my room. Separate yourself from the situation because if you're so in the emotions, you're going to say something you don't fucking mean and it could worsen the entire situation.
Oh, it will.
I'm
It
never
definitely will every single
in
time.
and out. I'm in.
What about the married people that feel like they trapped and they can't get out and they can't go
Well,
nowhere?
it's an issue if you feel like you trapped. That's already an issue. We need to go to counseling if you feeling
Married
trapped.
and still trapped.
If you feeling
I could
trapped,
I could say that counseling will not always work because if one person doesn't see it as a problem, they're not going to do the work that it's going to need to change.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, if the person feels so trapped or they have trauma from the relationship, they don't want to make it work. They just want to be free.
I
And
don't think
so I
trapped
don't think
married.
marriage is like permanently binding like that. Because I mean people change.
I agree. And see, that's what counseling is usually the first. But yeah, you're right because you
Because
can't beat a
typically,
dead horse. Can't fit a square into
because
a circle
typically
shape.
one person want to see life one way and want to go this direction, then you got the other person that see life and they want to go this direction. And if they can't come together and come up with a compromise, you're gonna get
It's
chaos. The two energies
Yeah.
don't align.
Right.
I don't
amicable divorce, I think is what they call it.
think it's
Okay.
gotta happen either though. Like,
What
I
they
mean,
call it? What's that term?
Don't
like,
make me
Amicable.
say that word. Yeah, there you go. It's
Amicable?
like don't make me.
Amicable? I
Yeah.
Chemical
feel like
divorce.
fucking
I thought you
Don't
Nemo
make
said.
and
me say
I'm
that.
like. I
anemone.
thought you said chemical divorce. I'm like. I never heard of that. What chemical? You about to have me googling over here.
I don't
Amicable.
know. Both people
But
want to
it's not.
split.
But typically, it's never
Right.
amicable. Even though the energies don't get along, one person still don't want to let go because they just want to hang around because they enjoy what the other person got, or they want to make the other person miserable,
That's
and
attachment and
they don't want to
codependency.
change. And they don't
You
Yeah.
want
got
to
to handle that.
change. They don't want to change. They don't want to agree. They want their way, and they want the other person to see their way.
Yeah. It's the my way, no highway option sort of thing. And that's so toxic.
And then you got the
It's
other
very
person that,
toxic.
that see their way, but they don't go their way. They
let me ask
continue to
y'all
try
this:
to merge into.
if you get married, who's the leader in the marriage? I'm asking y'all.
Both y'all. It's an equal partnership.
No, it's not.
And see, I have different views on that. So
Married, then the man definitely should be the leader of the marriage.
I agree. I
Yeah.
definitely
The
agree.
man. Yeah.
He's the
Yeah.
leader of the marriage. So if you marry the right person, it's
Yeah.
gonna y'all shouldn't follow each other.
And
Yeah.
let me and I understand what you're saying, Vanna, right? because behind every strong man, there's a strong woman. You know what I'm saying? So, but when I tell you, and with today's society, okay, I'm really traditional. So I'm like a feminine woman, you know. So I just want to sit back in my fucking feminine. I'm tired of figuring shit out all the time. I'm tired of being logical. I'm tired of figuring out all the problems. I don't want to make all the decisions. I want a man to lead me, which is
Yes.
why you choose carefully. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it just depends on, you know, what you like, you know, because like I said,
Yeah.
I'm traditional. So I believe that a man should lead and he's the head of the household.
Ladies, the chance to speak on it. Go ahead. Next person.
Yeah, and I know that my viewpoints are very different, and not just because I'm from a completely different generation from everyone, but growing up the way I saw my parents' relationship, it very much put my mom in a box and made her a prisoner. And for 23 years, I have watched my mom struggle with her sense of identity, her sense of independence, because I mean, my dad's a scary fucking guy. I mean, he's like 6'4", huge, black hair, beard. He is terrifying. And I have trauma that I am working through from growing up in this situation. And that is a huge influence and impact on me and how I see relationships, in that I am not going to let someone put me in a box. I'm not going to let someone put me on a pedestal or below them. We're going to stand on equal grounds, or we're not going to stand together at all. Because I don't need a master, I need a partner. I need a
But
player
Vanna,
two, if you will.
but
Yes.
Vanna, being a leader, I mean, having someone in a leadership role does not make you a lesser. Even in friendships, even when you hang out with a group of women, or in some cases a group of men, there are situations where they're leading. They're coming in. You go on vacation with somebody assumes the role of a leader, and you follow them because they're knowledgeable in what they're doing. So being a follower sometimes in certain things doesn't make you less of a woman or a person. It's,
No,
I mean, like for instance, if somebody breaks into the house and you got a husband, you would feel like shit if he's in the bed curled up telling you go check it out. And behind
Yeah.
you, what, what,
Yeah,
what, what
that ain't
type of
right.
leader is that? There's certain, and the thing is, we are different. You can't, society nowadays is trying to tell us we got to be equal, we got to be on the same. Life doesn't work that way. It works on negative and positive energy. Two poles of a magnet does not belong together. They oppose each other. You're gonna have conflict. Just like you gotta have negative. Try running your car with a battery that's all positive, no negative. Try running anything that requires energy or power, which is all positive, or even
At
all
least
negative.
speaking tonight.
Oh yeah, Pastor then came out and
Shots fired.
No, I was gonna say that's why it's important on, because I understand, Vanna, what you mean by that. You know, my mother and daddy she lost her identity in that marriage. You know, so I completely understand what you mean by that. But that's why we as women, I feel like we should choose better, choose the man that will choose to lead us, and
you
just
choose.
like
I want to say, because I always hear that with women. I lost myself. I lost my identity in this marriage, or I lost my self-esteem.
mhm.
But I'm not a woman. That's why I got three of you on here. Did you just leave the relationship? I mean,
Well,
I'm
Not
saying
if
some
you were
people gotta
taught,
leave.
not if you were brought up that you don't leave marriage,
if you are
that you
brought up
work
that you
that
don't leave
marriages out.
marriage, if you are not able to support yourself, if you have children
Yes.
attached to that situation,
Yes.
if you do not have the
But a
self-confidence to
woman
change, if you do
determined.
not believe that you deserve better, there are so many reasons why women will stay in a shitty situation.
Yes.
But
Yes, Vanna.
but that's damaged before you ever got to the man.
Yeah.
Okay, but
And
we
that is why
don't
You
we
were
date.
need to teach
damaged and had
people
the
to
trauma
heal.
before you ever get. But you came into that relationship damaged.
Okay,
And it
it's a
doesn't
lot of
matter.
women
See,
damaged.
but the men take the blame on it, and it's not just even in abusive relationships. There are certain relationships where guys treat the women well, and it's like, yeah, he treats me well and everything, but I just
Ain't
lost
good
my.
enough.
He's
Well, what if
successful
he
in
was
his way.
emotionally unavailable? That's not treating her well.
Fuck, emotionally available. What is that? I mean, I don't think most men change much if he was busy working, because the thing is, like, he's working because in his mind he's trying to provide to take care of this person.
Mm-hmm.
So then he's gonna
Mm-hmm.
get hit with, well, you emotionally unavailable.
You
The
get on my
hell is
fucking
the
nerves.
just saying.
Thank you, Miss
I'm
Asha.
saying
Thank
I'm
you.
representing the conversation of some of the men around here. I mean, this is the
Hold
bringing.
on. I'm gonna give y'all a
I'm just,
scenario. I know this lady. I ain't gonna put her name out there. Husband, military, he deployed. She wants him to come home because she don't feel good. Now you can't just come home from a fucking deployment. And she told him, if you don't come home, I'm gonna start cheating.
Well, that's an issue in their relationship from something else. The issue is that
Yes.
people come
Then you
into
supposed to drop.
relationships
He's not
it's
broken,
not
home.
him,
expecting the
Damn,
other
staying
person to
close to
fix
me.
it,
but
expecting
don't put
that
that on the man.
relationship to be
Okay,
their happiness.
but take responsibility for that and say, hey, I was fucked up. Not I
People
lost
aren't taught
myself in the
that though,
marriage.
Ali. People
Well,
aren't
that's why
taught
we teaching
that.
them. That's why if they watching here tonight, we teaching your ass. You gonna learn tonight, women.
You get on my fucking nerves. What?
You gonna learn tonight, goddamn it.
Look,
Look,
I
it
was
is
gonna
not the
say
man's fault. You didn't lose
it
your goddamn self. Real quick, it's called self.
Hey, church is open.
Keyword self-esteem. Did nobody take that shit from you? That shit belong to you. You
yeah.
control that shit, not the other damn dude. Lose yourself. Where the fuck did you go? How do you lose? You look. You obviously wasn't following me. If you was following me, you still had your damn self. Your ass went your own goddamn way and got lost. Now you want to blame me because you
Let's
can't find out.
hold up, because you keep talking like it ain't hurt men out here.
Hey,
Like, let's just be honest. You talking like it ain't hurt men out there. Hurt because that's why I
some
was
fucked up men
going to
out
say
there. That's why
right.
Keith
So
Sweat.
that's why I
That's
say
why Keith
women,
Sweat
when we
makes so much money
choose,
right now. He make music for hurt men.
when women choose, you have to look at how a man leads his own life. You know what I'm saying? And how he treats others.
Mhm.
And make sure you want to be treated like that. But I promise you, like you just said, if you know your worth, you don't stand for anything. Period. You know what I'm saying? And you know how to vocalize your
Mhm.
needs, the things that
Typically,
you
though,
need and
but
desire.
But typically, you don't hear men going to other men. At least I've never heard a man. You better not, as a man, call me up, man. In
Which
the
is why they don't
relationship I
come,
was
which
in,
is exactly why
I
they
was
don't.
married, man, and I just lost myself, man, in the marriage, man. I lost my self-esteem.
But men
I'm hurt.
do. You think
You
men
over
don't
there
lose their
cackling and
self-esteem?
laughing like you've never had someone tear you down to your very core and make you
Thank you,
feel
Vanna.
worthless.
Nah, because you
Oh,
can't
Women
think
and
like
men
that.
get that
I
all the
have.
time,
I
and they're
have.
not
I just
taught to
got over
see
the
those
shit.
wounds.
As a man, I just got over the shit. I mean,
Right.
I'm just
Men
saying.
love
You're a
differently.
fucking Aries. You get to do that. You have nothing else to go on but just who you are in that moment. That's why Aries energy is I am energy.
It
Everyone else,
definitely
like
is.
I myself as a Taurus, I'm stubborn as fuck. Y'all know this. I'm also very emotional. Y'all know this. So when someone comes and attacks my emotions, attacks the things that make me feel confident about myself, it tore me down because I always felt like I was wrong in some way. I was what was broken. I was what needed to be fixed. I needed to change myself to make someone else happy. But that is bullshit because at the end of the day, I am who I have, and I have to be fucking happy with who that is. And I have to be happy being alone with that sometimes. I have lost so many friends. I have dated like max, honestly, like actual dating, like two dudes in my entire life. And I have been single for well over a year. And I'm realizing now that I cannot be vulnerable in the situations when you come into a relationship because every time I have tried to let someone in and expose the parts of me that I have kept hidden, expose the parts of me that I am insecure about, I have been shat on for it. I have been used.
I'm
I have been
sorry.
laughed at. And that's my own trauma, but I recognize that because of what
But
I have
that's
learned
the thing,
and I'm working through that.
and
People
I
don't
applaud you
recognize
for
their
that.
trauma. People don't recognize that they have trauma. They just take medication, get on TikTok, and scroll it
Eileen
away.
getting on my fucking nerves, dog.
I agree.
Maybe you
I'm
got
just
out of that
saying.
shit, though.
Vanna got out of it, and that's saying she realized that. She's not saying that dating a bunch of people saying these men hurt me, I lost myself, I'm unemotional available. She's taking ownership for her stuff. And what I'm saying is some of these women don't. They blame men
I
for
agree.
every
I
damn
agree.
thing. I mean, it's some women you can come into a relationship with, and it's like,
Yeah.
well, I've been hurt before, so if you don't date me, you got to make up and you got to show me because my last
Yeah, like
boyfriend
that
cheated on me
proven
and
shit.
hurt me, so you got to prove to me. And my thing is, why
Hmm.
in the hell would you spend time as a man trying to right somebody else's wrong that he
I
did what
agree,
he
Ali.
did and he gone now? Now I got to come in and put in extra work,
No,
help you get over him so I can get in. And it's like, hell
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Who the
Yeah.
fuck is that?
I'm not
That's a
Yeah.
bad
Y'all
fucking
don't
deal.
deserve that. Y'all definitely
Yeah.
don't deserve that.
no, and absolutely,
Shouldn't be
that
hurt.
is completely toxic on her part. But people aren't taught to recognize their trauma. People aren't taught to recognize their emotions. And therapy is expensive. People don't want to go and feel exposed and feel like told what's wrong with them. I personally won't go to therapy because I don't want someone to put me on a medication. The shit that I'm dealing with is my shit. That's between me and spirit. And we're working it out beautifully, actually. But this is the way I was raised. This is how I was taught. This is everything that I've built the past 23 years of my life on. There are people well past double my age that are still carrying around trauma and
Yeah.
react in a negative way, and they don't know where it's coming from because they haven't taught to look at themselves. They are always taught that their power lies outside of themselves, that everything that they need lies outside of themselves. That's why you have people that bounce from man to man, from woman to woman. They think they need that perfect, idealistic other half to make themselves happy when they
Yeah.
need to be happy with who they are as themselves. And
Hmm.
ironically, when you have that, that's when happiness fucking comes.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
My
I
fucking
agree.
face is hot.
Yeah.
You're
It is a lot
overheated.
of broken people out here today.
Gotta
It
raise
is
my
a
blood
lot.
pressure. I'm gonna just drink some water. Y'all talk.
But I
As long
don't.
as I got my CK Madabi,
I think that
I'm
like
never
on a
alone.
relationship shit, Ali. Once you get married, it ain't no. I mean, we equal. We not. We one. So I am you. You are me. That's why. That's why my relationship works. My wife.
Gotta be one
There's
partners.
nothing
I
she
like that.
tell me about me that's gonna make me lose myself. Nobody on earth can. I'm confident in who I am.
Exactly.
I don't care what you say. I know what I am.
You know, I've
I
been
don't
in Aries, how
know.
many assholes I've been called
Yeah.
and
I don't
everything, and I'm deep
No.
down
see what I say.
No.
selfish. I've been called arrogant. I've been called a lot of different things as an Aries.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
guess what?
I'm an Aries.
Have a toast for
Call
the
me an
dudes,
I'm
man.
asshole.
proud of everything.
And I'm a Scorpio. They say I'm an asshole.
I'm a proud asshole, as they say.
You Aries y'all have a tendency to be a little cocky, conceited, and arrogant. But that's when you're unhealed. But if you're healing, then yeah, it turns into confidence.
Why am I cocky then?
You
Yeah.
a Scorpio.
Like,
That's a whole nother
you know what?
demon.
We
Yeah,
run
you a
that.
fixed sign, bro.
A what?
You fixed into that energy.
A fixed
Oh,
sign. A fixed sign is an extremely stubborn kind of energy. A Taurus is a fixed sign. That's why
oh yeah.
Shu and I
It ain't
resonate
no
so well
changing that.
together.
When I learned you fuck you, that was the best words I ever learned. I can get over anything with just them words. Every time I feel myself losing myself, fuck this. And fuck you too. And now I'm
Exactly.
healed. I done found myself again.
Healed.
I'm centered.
And
I'm
see, this
healed.
is the misconception, and this is why men walk around here not healed because y'all
Shout out to
lying to
yoga.
your fucking self.
Yeah.
And
Not
we don't
talking
got time
about.
to get into that,
Yeah.
right? But that's not healing, beloved. And you and I have had that conversation before, but I'm not going to argue with your Aries head ass.
I'm with Ali. I ain't never getting healed then.
We're gonna get some yoga sessions in and
When I
some
die, y'all can
qigong.
put that over my casket. The nigga that was that dude that was never healed.
I won't write
Yeah.
that because I don't have grounds to say that word, but I'll
Well,
support
I
it.
meant that, and that actually slipped. The
But
God that was never healed.
I mean,
Anyway, give us our black
Vanna.
person of the day.
I don't have the
well,
grounds for that word.
all right. So we had a conversation yesterday. So I didn't do a black person of the day. I want to give a shout out to you, Ali, Chu, and myself for the numbers we put up on our radio show under a month. We've gained over almost 1,400 listeners on our radio show
Nice.
less than a month.
I ain't do shit.
I'm gonna big
That's
up us
awesome,
tonight.
guys.
I'm gonna big up us tonight. Nobody else, man. We gotta get our flowers too, bro. So love y'all. Let's keep it pushing.
Love you too.
Love you too. Love
And
everybody.
thank all
And
of
I
y'all
am
for
super
helping
proud
us.
of y'all. I'm super proud of y'all.
Thank you.
Super proud of y'all.
Thank you. But welcome
Thank
to
you.
kids too. Like kids ain't running my relationship.
This is like my therapy coming on here talking to y'all. This is healing.
It really is.
Sue
Now,
says
It
about
really
our
is.
I
Monday
can't
morning
stand his ass, y'all. He get
Like
on my nerves.
healing.
I feel so healed now and zenful and loving.
Healing is a journey, not a destination.
Yes, it
So
I'm gonna get
and
here.
it's not something you do once and you're done. You will always be healing.
I do
You
this
will
every
always be
Wednesday. What do you
shifting.
mean?
Right.
I get healing every
Therapy.
Wednesday. Every Wednesday I'm here
that is a
healing.
true statement. That's a true statement.
It's therapy right here.
Just being
Hey,
in their energy is healing.
yeah, I
I
mean,
feel
That's
all
why
For
things.
sure.
everybody are healed. Even you, Ali. You know, you joke around, but you have because
just
what you was
having
talking about,
a conversation.
it's true.
Is
That and
dope.
some women need to hear it. Women need to hear certain things from men, you
Yeah,
know,
on any level.
and so that's when sometimes they'll listen when they hear it from a man. Because I try to tell women all the time, men love differently. They think that
Exactly.
they love like we do, and
No,
they don't. It takes longer for a man to fall in love, but when he fall in love, he fall
he
in
there.
love.
He there.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
He abusing
And
him.
yeah, so that's why I was like, women, if you get a man and they love you or they fall in love with you, cherish that man hard. Don't play with it. If that ain't what
Exactly.
you want, move along. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because
And I
we
had to
really
do
can
that in
scar a
my last
man for life.
relationship.
We really can.
I had to do that in my last relationship. My last relationship was with the first, like, actually good guy I had ever been with. He was kind, he was respectful, he was sweet, he was everything that I had thought I wanted at that moment. But I could see that way down the line, we wanted different things, we were going different places, and it would cause a lot of issues that I had in
Exactly.
that I grew up and watched my parents have. And I cared about him too much to let that happen. And like he's still a good friend of mine. Like he still comes over all the times and helps me walk my dogs. My mom still adores him because he's genuinely a precious human being. And but like again, that's because I have emotional awareness. And emotional awareness is not something that is taught.
I mean, but what's the stuff you saw y'all being different on where
Except if you hire me, I'll help y'all.
possibly losing the love of your life?
Exactly. Well, anyway, this was
You could have
our
been that.
Wednesday night show. Thank all y'all for coming on. Another great episode. We getting some things out. I hope the people learn something from this.
Mhm.
I had a blast.
I know I always have a blast. Y'all know how to find our
I
videos.
know.
Ali www.aliafter5.com is the website, which it'll tell you how to find the shirts, our socials, our YouTube, everything is there. Check out the MD Red shoes, the MD Red brand is on there. Check out Vanna and her business. Actually, Vanna's got an interview coming up with us where she gets more in depth with the tarot in her business.
The bracelets
Soul
are coming
Shine,
along,
there's
y'all.
Soul Shine coming. You already heard Asha and her on the radio last week. Her video will be dropping soon for the year out. The video of her radio interview. Of course, we got three women.
3 Wellness
Three wellness.
Institute.
I'm sorry. I'm three civil. I couldn't get this out. Three wellness. And the interview with Sherry and her two partners will be airing next Wednesday. We get into some good stuff on there too. So
Yeah,
you definitely gonna
yeah.
want to check that out.
I'm
And
looking
then we'll be
forward to
dropping a
those.
video of that one. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That was
So oh yeah. It's fire. It's fire. We
Yeah.
ready.
that's a catchphrase.
No cap.
Y'all
Seriously.
laugh.
I edited the the audio, and yeah, that's a banger for sure.
Yeah.
This was our show. So what I need all y'all to do, if you're catching this, check out our YouTube, like and subscribe, please. Y'all watching.
Mhm.
Please
Please like and subscribe.
like, subscribe, send a comment. And then as soon as you click off this, I need you to go on your internet or whether it's on your phone or your computer or whatever you want and type in www.wdjy99.1fm.com.
Click listen.
And you're gonna see this big silver thing when it comes up, this radio station that say listen now. Click listen now, and you check us out on the radio where we interviewing Steve Spence. I can't talk for some reason right now. Steve Spence, Money Plain and Simple, What the Elite Don't Want You to Know About Money. And Steve will be dropping jewels about his book on tonight's episode. Until next Wednesday, I love y'all crazy tales.
I love you too, bro.